Hey everybody, welcome back. Got another Marvel Future Revolution video for you. And really, this one we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to tell you why I'm currently loving this game. It's not very complicated, but I think it's important to share. I come from Marvel Strike Force. At the moment, I'm played, World of Warcraft, Civilizations, League of Legends, all kinds of different games over the course of time, all the way back to old school Nintendo Dragon Warrior, which really started getting my love for the gaming world, so to speak. So so we're gonna dive into this a little bit. If you're new to the channel and you have not played this game, I recommend checking out the Discord link in the description below. You can follow along for content. We're also pushing toward the 10,000 subscriber mark, which means we're gonna do a giveaway to thank the community for all the support. So you want to get enrolled in that, all you gotta do is comment below. Super simple, right? You want to help out that YouTube algorithm, feel free to hammer down on the like button, etc. So anyway, let's chat about this game.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so you guys have probably seen, and I'm not even super far into this. I'm only level 19. I've seen a bunch of people who are like crazy far, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing that at this point. I'm just trying to enjoy the game, right? So I just want to learn the game. There's some different things. There's different missions you can do, and that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's what I want. So the first thing that I want to share about what I like about this game is I'm having fun. It's that simple. I am having fun playing this game, right? So, I can go in here, do different things, and just play and have fun. Isn't that what we kind of all want? I mean, I know for me, when I do my gaming time, I'm time away from work, I'm time away from my family, all of these different things, and I want to make sure I'm having fun. I'm okay with some grind. I really don't mind at all. To me, that stuff that's part of what you got to do in a game. But I want to have some fun while I'm doing the grind, right? Like if I'm not having some fun, then what's the point? Honestly, what's the point? So right now, what I can tell you is like I've put, a good couple of handfuls of hours into the game. I'm only, like I said, I'm only level 19. I'm trying to take my time. But you know what I had found last night is I was sitting there going, I don't want to stop playing. I want to keep doing. I want to do one more mission, read one more story, do one more thing, play with my character just a little bit more. That to me is something that's fun versus, oh my gosh, my timer just went off. I got to do this thing. Okay. So I'm having fun. I remember that when I was playing Civilization, just one more turn. And then all of a sudden it was 6 hours later and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been playing forever. Like, all right, well, that's not what I expected to have happen, but it did. You know what I mean? So I thought it was pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of one of those things that, it works. You know what I mean? And look, I can sit here and play, and like just simple stuff like this. I'm just playing against these, ninjas. The animations are pretty cool. I like the gameplay. And I mentioned this in another video, but, I highly recommend having a controller. If you don't have a controller, I think it's a little bit harder to play the game, but hey, to each their own, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you. It's what I believe, all right? So I'm kind of like, all right, if you don't want to do a controller, then don't do a controller. No big deal, but I like it. So that's the one thing. Now, the other part, like I mentioned, I'm from MSF right now, so I currently like this game because you know what? When I'm at work, I don't feel the need to have to play. I just play when I can. Right now, does that get me behind somebody? Yeah, maybe. But it's like, that's the nature of MMOs. If you want to go crazy, fine. Play 24, 48, 72 hours in a row. That's totally up to you. But I don't feel like I have to play every waking moment. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I've got this. I mean, and just to keep up. Right? Yeah, if I want to be like world first this or world first that, sure. Like, yes. All right, fine. I've got to be playing nonstop. But you know what? I can't. I have a family. I have a job. I can't do that. So I really personally enjoy the ability to just kind of be like, you know what? I'm going to go take an hour and play. Or I'm going to, maybe I'm sitting somewhere and I can just auto. They do have some auto features, which is kind of nice. So I personally like that. Also, not just every 2 hours, but I have to be on right at this time. I have to be right on at that time. It's, it's war. It's time to start for war. Sorry, honey. I gotta, give me a second. Well, it's Saturday. It's new. Why don't you just go and, do that later? I can't. I got to do this right at noon because it's the start of war. And if I'm not on the start of war, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, so it's nice, right? And same thing with like arena payout. I'm like, all right, I don't have to worry about that right now. It's not an issue. So I can just play when I want. I don't have to have a timer go off. So for me, that is honestly monumental. The other part of this is, so this is soft launch, right? And again, coming from where I'm coming from at the moment, bugs are an issue, right? So I'm kind of like, are there bugs? I'm expecting to be like a beta tester. Like where are all the bugs that I'm here supposed to be? Like, I've got to find all these bugs out. Where are all of these bugs? I should be doing that. I should be fixing this. I found one bug the entire time that I've been doing this. One bug. And it had nothing to do with gameplay at all. It was a side video. And I'll show it to you right now. See if it even works. All right. So you go to your heroes and you get the skill section and see these videos. So sometimes you can click on like level 44 and this little thing pops up. And sometimes this video will get a white screen and you just can't see anything just on the video part. And I'm hoping maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't, but that's it. That's the only thing that I've seen that's bugged out, and it's not even doing it at the moment. So it's like a temporary bug, you know what I mean? Or it's not even a guaranteed bug to happen. But that for me, I mean, again, for any of you MSFers out there, literally, we're looking at trying to have stuff get fixed in the next 6 to 12 months. They have an event that's wrong. Okay, so like, anyway, obviously, like, there's some current baggage there, and but right now, it's like, that's awesome. The next thing that I want to talk about is the interaction that I'm seeing from Netmarble, specifically Danny Koo. Unreal. Like, the amount of access, the amount of interaction that he's having in this. And look, I don't, maybe that's typical of most games, of most devs. Like, I've just not seen it before. And I'm like, this makes me feel like he actually cares about the community. He wants obviously he wants the game to be successful. I get that. But like, it's got a Marvel IP. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just go, yeah, go as a Marvel IP, go, yeah, success, collect money. Okay, we're not dealing with that. That's not what's happening here. So personally, I just love that. And by the way, did I mention fun? Right? I mean, obviously I'm just standing here, but I am having like just a ton of fun. I mean, even just like you can just explore and look around and like look at how cool this stuff looks. You know what I mean? It's out in the background or whatever, but like it's just like, I mean, little things like that are just so awesome. So that's part. Obviously MMO, I mentioned that. I personally love MMOs. I love playing them. I love interacting, love seeing people around, where I can go do things and just kind of be like, oh yeah, because somebody up here, like, what's up here? Nothing. I can't get over there. It's locked out. Fine. But maybe I can come down to this area and, oh, there's Agent, Shadow Knight, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, maybe I could DM them or wisp them or whatever, be friends with them and be able to play with them. I like that aspect of it, right? The other part is skill does seem to matter at least a little bit. Now, I do want to preface, like, I'm not far enough into the game to see if, like, you can simply be a mindless pay to win and win. But, like, as I interact with some of these characters, you definitely, and I'm not fighting at the moment, but you can see these abilities, knowing when to use them, and just actually, like, reading characters, seeing they're getting ready to swing at you, dodging, doing a certain stun, all that type of stuff. That stuff will matter. So I like that. It's like, even if I'm worse than somebody, I'm like, okay. And at the same time, we also have an auto button, right? So if you know what, you just want to auto, I don't have time for something, I'm just going to run around. Fine. I'm going to auto. You know what I mean? And it's like, great. Perfect. I'm going to go auto. I'm going to auto this. I'm going to auto that. It's like, all right, well, look, here's a new section. Looks like there's a Hydra part that I might just be getting ready to check out. So again, there's also a great story. I'm enjoying it. You got cameos from different Marvel characters that show up, which I think is great. It's fun. I don't know. I mean, I highly recommend this game at the moment. Again, this is my disclaimer. I understand that I'm in the honeymoon phase. I understand that. I get that. I accept that. I need to learn the in-game economy to see if, what do I get for what I'm paying? It's one of the reasons I'm not necessarily paying for things yet, because I want to see, like, is this $4 for these things worthwhile? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Is this $30 worthwhile? Maybe I'm getting a bunch. I don't know. So I understand that. And, and I still mentioned the pay to win, or I did mention the pay to win mechanic versus skill mechanic. We'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. But I still think, and highly recommend that you either try this on the soft launch in Canada if you're there, or definitely check it out when it global launches. I am finding it very fun, at least at the moment. And sometimes, isn't that what you're really looking for? Is just fun, right? It's fun. The game is fun. So anyway, I appreciate you stopping by. I mentioned the Discord link in the description below. If you want to follow along in the content, I'm definitely continuing to plan on covering this game. I'm currently still planning on covering Marvel Strike Force. We'll see how it fleshes out. Maybe step back a little bit from, the seriousness of that game. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it depends how this game does and how that game does and, how I feel, right? And, but right now, covering it. So hammer down on the like button, click the notification bell, subscribe so you can get involved in that, 10K giveaway, along with commenting below. Say something nice. Hey, Punisher scars are awesome. You do that, you know what? Maybe I'll give you a special chance to get the giveaway because it's towards the end of this video, and I appreciate you watching this far, right? So, all right, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.